Hello and welcome. Right, okie dokie. So it is August. So yeah, the other thing is, did we search for something for the sugar beet, which shall be ready? That'll be next. Although it's sugar beet and they're not much different, are they really? Let's have a quick look, see how green everything is. So we have, yeah, they're all like very very light green, aren't they? Apart from the grass. So we've just cut the grass, which was a bit of a monster session. It is 8:08, so I presume. Now, did we need? No, we did the straw already, didn't we? I remember. And let's. Oh, we're literally filled. Wow, excellent. Let's move you back a little once that's finished. Got plenty of, yeah, we are. I can't get over how well we're doing on the honey. I don't think I've ever done that, although I think sometimes I go a bit mad and I should sell it a bit more. So yeah, something I think I've gotten to get into the habit of doing, if I can make my tongue actually speak that without twisting. Yeah, definitely. Like, so let's do the. Yeah, this seems to be. It's good because the telehandler's like whizzing around doing lots of other things. So I'm glad in a way that this is not just sitting on the sidelines, that it is actually getting some jobs. Yay. Wow, it feels in the blink of an eye. Amazing. Right, so then I think let's just drop that. Excellent. Right, did we order? I was going to say, did we order I can't remember. Oh, we did have this lot to do. That's right. There was very little in it, if I remember rightly. That was, yeah, I suppose if we're going to go for the 40 grand things, and I believe even this had actually no bonus, which is quite a nice thing to do. So let's actually, and no, in a way, we don't really, we got a change. No, we haven't got the changing system. No, yeah, we will definitely. And yep. Ooh, yeah, no, we've got a lorry. We'll do it. And this is. Do we need? We've already got biggest. We have. We can't really. We haven't got the room for a lot of this. Right, so we definitely need the lorry. It's really quite strange because in this particular iteration, there's more of that particular one. It's the H2 Studios model. Do we need to? Yeah, but didn't we need this for something? Right, no, it's filled anyway, so let's let that go. Yeah, the water. Didn't we need it emptied? Oh, slurry. That's right. We needed to grab the slurry. This has just had an update, literally just had an update. Quite a few updates, all based upon the latest thing. Yeah, I could almost sense from Rolly Christie, I'm putting words into his mouth there, the snarl at like having to update it because of Giants upgrading the game. It must be so annoying to modders to actually have to keep tweaking things now because of, the version that it is. In other words, it breaks their mod and they've got to fix it. It is sort of is, I don't know, this iteration, I think Giants are like more, or I've destroyed all the grass in the middle, haven't I? Yeah, I need to do some, it looks a bit, yeah, it must be, it really, I mean, I know, obviously I'm not on the mods up, but not for a want of trying, but yeah, what I mean is it's annoying enough to me because you do have to. I mean, I keep saying it keeps on mucking around my texture files. They worked earlier, now they're going silver. They've never been silver, ever. They've never been metal. And yet all of a sudden, I've now got metal looking models. I mean, yeah, and this... Yeah, an older version of the editor had this weird sort of glitch that when you go in, your model goes all over the place and then it settles down after about 2 minutes. Well, who's got 2 minutes to wait if you're inside an editor? It's supposed to do a specific job, and it like literally whizzes you all over the place, and then it settles down. I mean, that's the latest version, by the way. Yeah, it's just something else, really. Right. It is. I do feel for the modders that they've got to do this. Now then, be careful. Let's just shift him out of the way. Let's not take him out. Might actually get that thinking about it. I'm not sure I'm in the catchment area. Ooh, we are. Right, so... yeah, we need the telehandler to make a bit of room, I think. Yeah, so we have searched for the other fertilizer spreader for the other one, the other fence island. If we're having them as, yeah, like we're having the two, then it makes sense. But it is true. Oh, that reminds me, yeah. It's Sugar Beet. There's a new pack. I mean, we will lease it if nothing else. So, yeah, we need that. Yeah, so I can't remember if we did actually search for it. I know I made mention of it. I can't remember if I actually did. It's... Oh, my life, that is a really long lorry trailer, isn't it? That is. Wow. Yeah, it's weird. I thought they'd actually cured the that fault that a telehandler like still thinks it's got the weight, and most of the time it works, but like it doesn't all the time now. It's really weird. So I'm like just treating it as though it's just as it always was, slightly faulty. Right, anyway. Yeah, I think I'm getting into a bit of a moaning habit with things because of like, you got to always be careful if you feel a bit embittered about something that you like start to get a bit snarly all the time. So yeah, it's true. I've got to be, I always aim to be positive, but I'm not being positive, that's what I'm saying. I'm allowing the situation to sort of get the better of me, and I'm like getting all snarly. Ooh. Yeah, I think I should just like play the game. Right, that was, yeah, and yeah, this is still probably the better of the two for the random. If we can get to the... Not sure if the angles are good enough. That's gonna get the box, I think. Yeah, and I'm gonna be careful of scrunching. Okie doke. Fantastic. There we go. That did earn us quite a bit. It was worth doing. Yeah, nearly 800 grand. Obviously, a lot of it due to the to this actual sort of thing. Let's have a look at this sugar beet stuff. I've just put into the game. Let's have a look. I said obviously I saw it was a pack, but I haven't seen what it actually does. So it will be. So it is light tracks. No, it's not that one. We know it's not that one. It's of all of them though. It's very reasonable, isn't it? I think the header size is smaller. I think. So the roots. Here we go. Probably gilet, but yeah, the gills pack. I'm going to call it the gills, but I don't think it is. So we have 300 horsepower, 45 cubic meters. Does all of those. Now, is that the mod that's giving it that? Is it really? I think it is. It normally beats. Yeah. Yeah, because mine's just... No, I actually really did add mine properly. Yeah, and that's Sublimus. It does everything the same as that one. Yeah, brilliant. Chris S. and Riley S. Yeah. So really, we could. That's the home topper. And that's digs them out of the ground. That's like AA moddings. So that's not a bad. So 70 grand. Now you can have a system like that you could even do on English maps as well. That's not a bad thing, is it? So let's do that as well. Yeah, because if this, it really would be. And so whichever one comes up first, as in like, yeah, because we did order mine, but we shall see. Right, so then we do need to get one. Well, leave him up there actually. Yeah, at the minute, because I can't use his back anyway because it's got too much water in it. Right, so we need to move the honey, which is getting to be a regular thing. Yeah, I'm enjoying this. It is a shame that it's like nearly over, really, but yeah, we've done a long short run. Yeah, I'm already on like episode 11, I think. So it's definitely, getting a very good run for saying it's a short run, really. Yeah, I would have finished, well, about now, really, but we're still going to have quite a few episodes to, like get everything. And obviously there's things like this that they extend the session, things that I'm not normally used to doing, but you've got to do the job properly. You can't half do it, can you, really? I don't think so, anyway. Right, so yeah, that's fantastic. So I presume, let's have a look at the animals. Yeah, I just want to see, because I think, yeah, they are 90% reproduction. I thought we were about, so that's still good. So manure and slurry is what we need to grab for the fertilizer business. Nope, I'm out already. Let's grab. Do we need to time lapse it? I don't think so. I think we can do this. It's not like that last lot that was seriously. Let's get that wider. I think, yeah, with this, and with it only having the end, I'm going to have to go. I prefer to go 4 high with this. Sorry, like 2 high. I'm going to do 3 high because it's hard to get to the back. Yeah, I wouldn't really. I'm trying to aim for realism, but I'm sort of got limited scope on getting the things onto the back. Yeah, well, in a way, I've put this in a bit of a strange place. I never thought I should have taken a bit of the fields. The one where we are. Ooh, yeah, don't like that. I'm not surprised, really. Yeah. I don't really like going that high with this. Although it has got a hefty weight at the back, in my defence, really, but it is actually. It's got to be made of something like lead, because it's something 6.4 tons, but actually modding's made it of. That is a heavy beast, so it really, and that's without the weight, so it really is a very heavy little, which is what makes it quite formidable. Right, so if we stick that on there. Can we grab that one without grabbing the one on the right? Stick that on there. Like that. A little bit graceless, but yeah, I'm quite pleased with the stone mod. Now I've tweaked it. It feels not far off. Not a bad viable business that I would definitely use again, especially now we've got the stone mine. Not sure if the stone mine's a bit powerful. Yeah, that might be like the super version, and I'm going to sort of split it so it's got a standard, and obviously the price structure is going to reflect the normal sort of price structure that I do, like cheaper production, and then we got Bionic that's dearer, and the Super that's dearer than that. Yeah, might well do that. So let's get this sold. 11,500 litres. That is amazing. But we have, of course, gone mad. Oh. Now, this has handled this quite well, actually. Yeah, I'm not sure. I've not tried ever to mod like a truck, because I must admit I missed the XJ by Ridiculous Dominic. I really hope he's going to like release it. It did have a couple of like strangenesses, but apart from that, I was willing to put up with that because it really is such a good mod. It could cope with things. This is managing quite nicely. But a lot of them just don't like trailers on the back. They start to like pole axe and where are you going? Yeah, that is true. Where am I going? We've gone past. Yeah, it's chatted. You know, seriously. And I couldn't believe it. I was looking at editing yesterday at the telehandler. I was like trying to push the things onto the sale point because it had dropped off, and I thought, you got a telehandler right next to you. Why are you trying to push things with a tractor's wheel? Because I'd not noticed it was there, and then I thought, oh, well, there it is. That's a little bit nice and close. Right, let's check the fertilising and the liming. I think we're good completely. I'm sure we did. Well, when I say that, I think there's a little bit of yeah, we did miss the needs rolling, didn't we? Unfortunately. Oh, it isn't fully fertilised. Yeah, you get it half fertilised, don't you, to begin with? So I think it was, yeah, this one. Let's see, it's lowered. It don't make any difference. I can higher it or lower it, and it's like a random factor as to whether it will listen or not. It is. Some sessions it won't care if it's lowered, and some sessions it won't care if it's raised, and then other sessions it will care, and it will like, yeah, it's really weird. So let's try it. Yeah, and the other thing is, if you then lower it, if it was that was the thing that it was moaning about, it won't do it once it's gone wrong. This is a new behaviour. I wouldn't mind, but I've been in the mod. The XML, it says quite clearly that doesn't need lowering. So if it was that, because I thought, well, it's got to be the fact that, so CP3. Luckily for us, we have done this anyway. So let's set this going on first. Yeah, it's annoying. It is. Actually, I think we'll do it ourselves. Yeah. It is useful anyway, of course, to show. Because I always find this is quite difficult to see. When it's the green like this, where it's all blobby. In fact, yeah, there's certain angles where shading is better like that, but it doesn't look very pretty. But sometimes, yeah, you've got to do what is right, haven't you, really? What's easy for people to see, and you yourself, what's easy to sort of like manage it. So, yeah, we can't sort of like whiz over this. It's got to be done, so. It is a hefty field, actually. I've got to be honest. Now that we've got this and the other one, it's there's a lot of grass. Yeah, the other thing is, I'm really not sure, because we've got way too much. We've got loads of silage. It's nearly fields. So I think we've got next cut, I think we're going to do a set of hay, and we may allow the buying in of straw. As I've sort of said with most things, I don't mind the buying of one input. Sometimes I'm a bit too exhaustive on this. Oh, you're not allowed to, it is so that I always find you've got to set yourself strict sort of lines that you're not to cross over most of the time, but sometimes it depends. You've got to fit the situation as well. Now, that's why I've always sort of tried to be a little bit flexible and give allowing the buying of one input, and very occasionally I have allowed certain things that would be buyable in the area quite, commonly for me to cross that line a little bit, because it's more feasible on that thing that I'm, like doing. So, yeah, it's the I think one of the Let's Plays, it was when I was making the... trying to think of its name. What we did for our first business. Yeah, I'll have a look in a minute. Yeah. I was literally, again, it's one of those where I've not long woken up. Yeah, sort of fell asleep early, and then now, and this is what happens. And then I've woken up at just about 11 o'clock. Yeah, I've sort of fell asleep about 8. I know, but I've got a really strange sort of sleeping or lack of sleeping sort of patterns. So I have to go with what, sometimes my body's really tired and I'll fall asleep, but then I will wake up sort of 3 hours later, and then I've got to time myself out slightly again, which is, like the farm simulator is so brilliant for that. It's my release mechanism from that sort of thing. I needed something to sort of time me out again, and I always like do a session on this, and then I like do the editing, and I'll usually go to sleep watching like one of my edited versions of the game, like of a session. Yeah, right. Fantastic. Not gonna take too long now. Yeah. Yes, I've mucked around with me Agricola, the 18.2 meter planter stroke seeder stroke vegetable planter. Yeah, now I think it's about level. Right. Yeah, I'm determined I'm going to be working on my sheds. I've nearly done it. It's just the texture files, because they're non-giants. They're ones I created myself, and I quite like them. But again, they've always been alright, actually. Yeah, I've never seen them go bad. They are spot on. So I think there should be giants proof. As every time I've gone into a Let's Play, the shed has remained as I set it. So yeah, unlike the placeables seem to be nicer than vehicles. Vehicles seem to be the ones that go like strange very, very rapidly. Yeah, they seem to be a completely different... Well, there is a completely different set. They sort of like need 2 texture files, really, to actually make them work. And the second texture file often makes my texture files go strange sized. Right, last little bit. Excellent. So that should be... I was trying to say, I think we need to check the sugar beets as well, because they are not far off. Well, actually, they both looked about the same, so let's have a look. It should now be fully blue. I don't... Why I'm taking on the field, it doesn't really care about that for grass, does it really? Right, let's have a look. How are we looking now? Yeah, lovely. I know I missed a bit around the edge, so little tiny bit of liming. That's fully fertilised too, and no weeds on anything because we've already done that. Right, smashing. So August. Let's go through. I think that'll be the last cut. Yeah, because it's too late. I don't think we're going to get another. Although, if we're ending the Let's Play on a short, it wouldn't matter. Oh, mind you, again, this is what I was saying. I need to do something with the grass. Mind you, no, I can do hay. That's right. No, we can do it. Yeah, I think we need to do the last cut. And then it makes sense we could make TMR. Right, so... Ooh, excess animals sold. So we've literally filled the enclosure. That's nice. It's really poetic. So 207. Yeah, slurry manure, we need to shift that now. So it's the water that's holding us up. So let's have a look at the stone mine. Oh, it's got a lot more water in. That's fantastic. So water. Ooh, 500,000 litres. And water none. And water none in that one. Right, okay, so we can now offload. Now that's looking a little bit better than it has been. Ooh, look at the stones. That's about filled, isn't it? That is amazing. So that, yeah, that stone mine's doing very, very well. It really is. So tremendous amount. Yeah, I like it. It's working as it should do. Yeah, I was trying to think of sort of ways to improve on that and everything. Right, so we need mantrids. Are we going to go through the morning and then we'll do it? No, we need to go through till 3 o'clock. Then we'll do, yeah, in case there's anything in the sales of that nature. Ooh, brilliant. Which is it? Ooh, it's what we just literally... They're just one of them. Now then, we know we want a square baler with selectable bales. Yeah, Ultimate Pro Bale. Oh, my life, 33,000. I think you need to go... Yeah, you've got very little choice on it. That's what I'm saying. It's 180 to 240. I think you have to choose, or you have to get the Unreal version for that to work. Wow, it's 69% off. Now that's the one we're going to go for. We're going to grab the other one in. Ooh, now that is a cracker. I love that tractor. It's a real beaut. Now then, so we've already got that system. So we're going to buy that because that's what we asked for in the sales. So that's the home topper. And we want that. Default width, yeah, we don't want it to be super windrowing. And it is 275 horsepower. Not too terrible. I do think we can afford... do we need... Yeah, it's a real big... How much is it to upgrade it? That's not bad either. Yeah, I think that's a really good price for such a heavy tractor. We did say that we wanted more in the 350 plus range. So to me, how are we doing? Plus 4,000. We're going to not make any money. Oh, that again. Someone's brought it straight back. They don't like it. Sorry, James. I'm not honestly, this is just like not me having a go this time. No, I'm just trying to like be, well, why would it appear again when we've just like, it could be that the person doesn't like it. Ooh, that's going to be a bit tricky to get to. It is. Yeah, that blue thing is... Am I just about maybe lucky? Maybe. Ooh. Huh. Wow, that's a bit of a... Wow, that's a bit of a model in that we wouldn't get away with as a modder, but Giants, the Masters, have. Yeah, you actually get that bleed into the... Yeah, let me show you what I'm on about. It's too low. There's bleeding of Mantrid's lorry into that, and the lorry's obviously a set height, so it's a Giants thing. The GEA is a little bit low. That's a bit of a beast of a thing, though, isn't it? It really is. Right, so then. Yeah, we're going to need this in a minute. Let's grab the baler as well. And grab the other one back and sell it. Yeah. Ooh, may as well grab the... I think it's... I'm not sure if it is Gilet or Gills. It could be just Gill. Watch Mantrid's lorry. Yeah, this and AXA is at the minute, definitely my favourites of all the lorries. I prefer AXA's because it's It's easier to drive. It's a really nice, sort of smaller and a better turning circle than the Mantras. Although I presume that is probably supposed to be like that. Yeah, I'm not like having a go-go. I'm just being realistic. All my life, £7,000. Gordon Bennett. Right, okay, let's get this taken back, and let's get the other one, and let's grab. Again, I don't think lorries are very good at following. Well, we still got 500. Yeah, we had £700,000. Yeah, it's oh, it might not pick up from there. It sometimes just sits there, and then other times it does. It's weird. Can't figure it out why. Sometimes it says about a collision and it sits. Other times it says about a collision and it actually does, you know, crack on. So we need to grab the other baler. Take that straight back. Yeah, so it doesn't really matter for once if we do cut in November. Oh wow, Mantra, yeah, lagging behind a bit. Right, let's grab the baler and take that back. Let's jump in. Oh, it's picking up speed now. Yeah, it's very slow to pick up. I'm pressing the accelerator like fully, and it sort of like seems to take a while to burst into action. But and obviously Mantrid's just done an update, so I would imagine the behaviour is supposed to be like that. Which, yeah, AXA is about right. This to me feels wrong. Should really, we might be full. Yeah, we've got to be, haven't we? Sure, we saw. No, this might have been filled. No, it's not. Right, so then slurry and manure is what we need. So we could, whilst that's emptying, grab. Yeah, T-Wolf will do nicely. We could use this. I do like this. It's really. Still can't believe that I missed this. Yeah, because early on in the game, when I was beginning to mod, I was. Well, I'd learnt a few things by then. I was like obviously looking in the game for things that were like. So I went for the Flegel because it fits in almost any shed, and it's a push. So although it's a big trailer, it actually really does fit nicely. Now this likewise is. It's not too long. Yeah, so we do, yeah, manure. Ooh, one of these needs repairing a little. I think it is the trailer. Yeah, it is. Right, let's grab the... Oh, no, we're in the same place. You can't... Yeah, we've got to do this first. Yes, I've been looking for like 70-ish tonner for a long time. So this one's bigger on the inside. BI, the Valdi Fortis. Right, okay, so yeah, this will... Yeah, this is not particularly managing well. Yeah, with the weight of this behind it, it's... Yeah, it's the low hitch, which is, I would say is probably realistic. I think it would struggle somewhat. Because of the pressure that is on the hitch. Fantastic. Right then, while that is doing that, let's grab the lorry. Ooh, bit of a wobble from the... yeah, that's alright, but can we? We could sort of go that way. Even though the rocky escarpment is a little bit of a... It's, yeah, quite a drop down. I think it's just about doable for a lorry, but Right, smashing. Let's get that. Out of the way a little. And while, yeah, that isn't a bad idea. Let's repair it too. Wow. Yeah, now this of course is immediately, because again we have let the slurry build up over quite a few months. This obviously tonight is going to be a good, yeah, earner again, because of just sheer mass of the fertilizer that this is going to do. Careful you don't jackknife. Oh wow, that's a bit of a generous. Oh. That's a bit more realistic. Right, did we leave that on or did we switch it off? Oh yeah, that's the other thing. When is the roof plate and that? March. And is the others the same cement? Everything's in March for that, so we must remember. Well, we might not sell it, we might just, but you can see it is all mineral feed. We've got a lot in, haven't we? Yeah. Of course, yeah. That was. I knew there was something. I was trying to say. Obviously, we had quite a lot of corn left, so we did actually do that, and we got quite a few stones in. Wow. God. Of course. Yeah, the stone mine has assisted that, hasn't it, as well, with straw and everything. That's brilliant. Chocolate. Oh, butter is on the up as well. Obviously, we've got a lot of it now. That is brilliant. And so is the buffalo milk bottled, that's all January, so that's brilliant. Now we're still not looked to see if the fertilizer's actually ticked. This one, a super that I mistakenly did instead of the. I've still not done that to super. We paid for that again. Will you remember that? I know I did remember to do the stone silo and the stone mine. I didn't remember to do that. Now, where's the cost for the mineral feed? Is that... It is expensive on purpose. I think there's only room for silages, so even if there's grass, which there is, it's not going to do that. So really what we ought to be doing now then, being as we've got grass, is that. So fertilizer, we have switched off. No, that one there. Switch that on again. Right, so we've done the sales. We got one of our things. We were going to take the baler back, weren't we? And sell that while it's still got value, which is somewhere over here. And rather aptly, this is going to be pulling... Oh... So it's going to be pulling a massy pulling a massy, which is rather apt. We may as well have this do that. That's what I mean. Sell this then. You've got a very good team. I think that tractor's the last one we need. I always say that as if, like, oh, you can have a limited amount. Thing is, sometimes, especially on a farm, a big farm like this, even if you've got like 12 or 13 tractors, and you've got 5 or 6 big ones, it's still, you could use them all. And you could find yourself running out if you're not careful. Yeah, keep wanting to go down that road instead of this one. We could actually grab a couple of these, couldn't we? I don't think I can grab the fence front box, actually. We can grab the sprayer, though. We just want to sell it. I know we're not going to get a lot. It was reasonable in the first place, but it offsets the price of some of our... Yeah, we're going to need to bring these, aren't we? Although we'll have... I know it is strange. Obviously, sometimes you don't necessarily need like a header that you've bought, but sometimes it's you never know if you're going to change your idea. I mean, I frequently say to myself, "Well, why do you buy corn headers? Because you very infrequently do corn." Well, it also does sunflowers too, and I quite frequently do sunflowers. Right, this could do with a bit of fuel. I did notice that this is the fuel point. Yeah, open. Yeah, this is the garage for the island, a little one. I like it. It's believable, isn't it, for a small island to have like a little gas station, or as we Brits would say, petrol station. Yeah, although, well, no, it still does sell petrol, but yeah, there are more diesel cars than a little. So let's stick this, which we probably won't use at all. Again, sometimes you get one field, especially on where you buy them, where you need to sort of spray it. So, yeah, I never say never. Now, this can go straight in the farmyard into one of the bays. Oh, wow, there's a little bit. Yeah. Excellent. Yeah, there is actually quite a lot of room here. I keep saying there's no room, but there is really. Let's grab the LH2 as well and stick that in there away somewhere. Yeah, what I'm finding is that the two lighting things are in the way a little. I'm not sure if we'll be allowed to sell them. Yeah, we can. I'm going to replace them with a bigger one that will do the job of like those, but without them being in the way, because I've nearly clocked them so many times. So let's go for lights. I always forget where lights are. I think it's this section. So, and I'm going to go for like what my usual, which is really sort of very far in. I find my favourites are, I think it's that one. Is that the double? Yeah, it goes two ways. So I would say if we'd like to stick that where that is, it's not going to be quite right. Is there any room near the house, just behind that? Yeah, because we have got that side of this as well. So if we could stick that in there, it's going to like do all of that side and that one. And it's not really going to take up an awful lot of room, because it's against the building. Might not be perfect, but I think it will get the area that illuminated as well. So stick that in there. Might be able to get two, although the trouble is a lot of things are a lot wider than this. So, oh no, I have to do that the other way around. Yeah, I want to start to use the LH2 a little bit more, actually. Yeah, and like use very powerful tractors. Like, I mean, we often frequently get the print off, and if you do that to the 900, it can manage the headers. I need to use it a bit more to see if it's viable, though. Right, so it is 9:45. Animals. I don't think we've done our animals this morning, have we? Let's have a look. I mean, it might have been dumping itself. It's, yeah, nearly. So manure and slurry are now. Yeah, we'll do another run tomorrow, and that should seriously kill that. In fact, we'll leave the milk till tomorrow. Let's just top this up. But then do we need straw? In which case we'll leave it. Yeah, I think we'll leave it. We won't top it up, but we definitely need to do this. Yeah, I'm trying to think of the length of the session. And we'll make this the last thing, I think. Or do we go through to the end of September? I think so. Or do we need any honey in the... We had a real glut of it, which is why I've been selling in the Bionic Small Dairy. Yeah, but honey, 20 tons still. Yeah, it's... let's grab that. Yeah, we'll definitely sell this again. Now, of course, obviously it starts to slow down now anyway, so we might... Yeah, I suppose that is a thing, although with us ending the Let's Play soon... Yeah, there's only 2 or 3 more sessions, I should say. Yeah, I don't want to go any higher than 3. It's not right. Alright, so let's grab you and get this sorted. Yeah, so I think next session it will be... I think it'll be everything. I think the grass is going to be ready. I think the fields are going to be ready pretty much at the same time. But we'll speed through till like 3 o'clock in the hope that we do get the other sort of bit of the... Yeah, I mean, we've searched for a few things, so we shall see what pops. If anything, of course. It's not guaranteed, as we know. It is very hit and miss. Yeah, not predictable, which I like. But also, in some instances like now, when you're really hoping it'll pop, you can't really guarantee it, which is the other side of it. Right, let's grab that. No, let's grab that. Yeah, you can see it really does not like 3. Careful. Do not want destroying these sunflowers. They are growing well now, though. As you'd expect, because we're harvesting soon, so if they're not, something's wrong. Ooh, no. It's not liking that. Ooh, wow. I don't know why that was all of a sudden more special than the other times. But it was going to throw it across the map, so... Yeah, it is a bit random. We've sort of got away with it a couple of times, so yeah. I can't really help that, unfortunately. Ooh, didn't expect to get that other one. Yeah, they want to fall back, like correct themselves, which often gets you into trouble, because you think it's going to settle down one way and then it falls off the trailer. Right, this is going to be messy, this is. Thought it was going to do it again then. Yeah, I know, I get the feeling this is going to push stuff off, but... Yeah, I thought so. Right, let's get this last job done then. Nearly 16,000 litres. No, we are going to go through till 3. I'd like to sort of like push on a little. Yeah, we've fed everything, and we're going to do the milk tomorrow, get the slurry, and we should, though, get a bit of a... Let's just speed time up, though, to... did we? I hate this when it blurs. Did I... Yeah, no, we did. We did see today. We need to go through till 3 o'clock, and we should see... Brilliant. Very nice. Not bad for a side business, the honey. Not, I mean, because well, if you go like mad where you've got that many things, it really does become quite a viable thing that's a real money spinner. So, right, so let's go through till hopefully we're going to get the sugar beet stuff. Wow, our money's going up very nicely. That's selling on the hour, that's why. Just go till 4. Give it one last chance to pop. Goodness, we've got over. Right. Wow, that's amazing. So, the Lemken and the slurry module. I can't remember how heavy this is. 15 tons. It's more about the size. We'll give it a shot. We might need to buy the weight. Let's just try it as is first. But it is true. This might struggle a little. I have done it before, but yeah, there's a couple of these modules that are really nasty, which I think you'd imagine that it would be really. So it looks very much like we're going to be leasing the other bits of the sell. Now then, let's try. And you're not lifting it exactly, more like drag lifting. Or is it better to reverse? Maybe. Might get that actually. Fantastic. So up to 803,000. Amazing. It is. So we'll go through till tomorrow morning. Just check we're not missing anything. Yeah, that's doing very nicely. I did increase the storage on the cement factory. Yeah, the stones was very poor. I would yeah, I mean, it's nearly filled that as well, though. That is amazing. 15,000 litres of all of that lot. Not bad, because obviously you would build up over the year, and I know you'd probably sell it like to people coming to get your products every day and all the rest, but obviously we have to simulate that, and there's a good month for selling. So yeah, it's we would sell as well. I usually sell at the good month for that. So yeah, so no, it's just stones for everything, and I think that's, I've still incorporated quite a lot of loss, but I think a far more reasonable amount of loss. Still not sure the cycles are quite right. I think there should be a little bit more. But again, if I'm going to do my normal production and more, then really, let's just check how dark are our fields now. If we can, so yeah, we know they're harvestable. Yeah, so they're definitely getting a little bit more. So we'll go through till the morning on that. So we're going to leave this session. It's going to be 9. Yeah, I'm enjoying this. It is. I was, You're always a bit caught, but I have got a lot of things. I've got Star Valley that I've done, and I've not finished that small rundown as well. So, that's production costs are high, but not too terrible. The Phoenix, the compactor. If we were staying, that's a beaut as well. I love that. Another one that has got the rear hitch option. I think it has. Yeah. I think he's got that back on, hasn't he? Antenna, sleepers, mirrors, visors, exhaust, bumpers. Maybe it's not. Oh, there we go. That's the one, isn't it? Configuration 1. Yeah, it's got the rear hitch. That's what I like. It's, wow, 21,000 for it. It's got one at the front as well, I think. Yeah, it has. So that's what you would want for that. And it looks like it gives you a sleeper or something like that. All in. It does away with that, though. Yeah, I prefer the standard size, but it does do away with the hitch. Unless it's a hidden... I know on one of his, it was a hidden hitch. So I'm not sure whether that's the hidden one or not, or whether you do need to go for the next one, which is configuration 1. Yeah, maybe. Oh, wow, Gordon Bennett. 673 horsepower. There's quite a few of these, isn't there? There's more of this in FS25 than there was in any other one. Do we need... I think we're all right. I think this one we're going to like sell. And yeah, because with the buying of the other class, I think I'm happy. Yeah, I think we've bought our last tractor, I would say. As I sort of did say, yeah, we'll just sell these two beasts. It would be nice to have that the Fent though on another Let's Play as lead tractor. That's a real beast. That's like the Fence that I love, the 1150. Yeah, that kind of horsepower, but it's got a front 3-point link. Very nice. Excellent. So 835,000. You wouldn't know we'd actually bought that monstrous tractor, would you? Really? That's really quite amazing. So then we're going to leave that. Just want to check and show it. No, it's still not ready. Yeah, so another month we're going to be going through before all of that is ready. So we've got another chance, hopefully, to get our equipment that we've like asked for them to find. If not, we'll lease it. It's not the end of the world. So yeah, it's, I think this next session we may actually do the, yeah, see, it's when it disappears, we did these both at the same time, which means that should be the same. Yeah, this also should be like, yeah, completely done. So we're going to lose the rolling bonus. Yeah, the lack of. But wow, year bonus plus 272. Wow, what about you? Year bonus plus 44. Don't quite understand why this one's got such a monstrous... Oh, now it's gone down. There was a certain patch that seemed to be... Yeah, you got certain bits that are like more... Which makes no sense when you consider it's equally fertilised. Yeah, I don't know how the game figures it out. So yeah, we've got that to cut. So we will do that, and then we can do that the session after. Yeah, so there's at least 2 monstrous sessions for all of the grass next session. Yeah, we'll do one with my old mower. We'll do this time with the old mower, though. That's why I bought it across here. And we'll do that one with the 10.2, because it makes more sense that windrows straight away. So Let's just get rid of the rain, because we can't. Animal. No, it should have dumped itself anyway. It's not. Let's just get the rain gone. Yay. Ah, you realise how fast you went there? It's nearly the end of the day. Oh my life. This is why I hate that. It's sort of so. Yeah, oddly. Why did I not sell that? That's a well. So last thing is, let's just get that done. I can't believe I've done that. I must have done the 8,000 one. It's crazy. Yeah, I might be able to get that. I think it's out of. Yeah, it is. I thought it was a bit of a stretch, but I don't need to go very far backwards before it should be seen, I would say. So yeah, we again search function, nothing, and we have got quite a bit that we search for. So again, either we've lost it or it's just again the random factor of it. It's typical though when you're really hoping to actually get something. It's typical that you're not going to do it. So right, so that's where I'm going to leave it. It is October. We've got our grass to cut for the last time. And then tomorrow morning, I would imagine those fields are definitely going to be ready. Because, otherwise they're going to be broken. So, yeah, dark green should go to that beautiful colour there. Right, so all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on what's left of this journey. On this beautiful map by Grimlock RRC. And I'm going to say goodbye for now.